Life is a huge gamble, and so as this album making predictions. So let us do this gamble real quick. Do you think this rap album is the best that Gen Z has ever had? Do you think it will be a classic one day? Well, let's just find out for this review. All right, so in this album right here, this is Baby Keem's, I'm sure his sophomore album, but with PG Lang, with obviously with PG Lang, with Kendrick Lamar mentoring him, and it's been 5 years since his melodic blue album. And what we have here is a good short, say 10 tracks of album, and most of it is quality over quantity. And honestly, I cannot ask for more. It's exactly how albums should be. I don't mind having like a bloated 25 as long as they sound great, but I think it makes sense if we have 10 good songs over 25 mediocres. And so what we have here is we're going to talk about the artist's performance and see, why this album it is the way it is. So with the artist's performance, he has evolved, of course. He has evolved to Baby Keem to Teen Keem because of the way that he sounds during his performances. And believe it or not, there are instances where he does sound like Andre 3K. For example, when the song "I'm Not a Lyricist," like he pretty much contradicted himself. Like you just have like bars that, and his voice pretty much sounds like Andre 3K, and that's like insane. Honestly, we never had anybody that sounds almost like 3K, and this is just the one that we can get the closest. So who knows? We'll probably have a King 3K or so. And what's really interesting about this album is that we get a little bit in between it, a little bit, and with the beat production, doesn't really go as far as to matching with the lyrics of the music, but we know how Baby Keem is. He's trying to hype up, everything with his songs and everything, and Keem is really great at doing that. And I really appreciate how he's shown passion over his music and what he does with the production and how he deals with the features and everything, and that's just really good with the album. So speaking of like lyrics and everything, we're just gonna go over to the lyrics. And one of the lyrics that I really love is like a casino, because it mentions about like his friends being humble, but from of course where he came from, it's definitely the opposite. His mom's an alcoholic. His grandmother took good care of him while he's being home and technically talking about his life. And this lyrics here I'm gonna read to you is all these dudes around me is humble. I beat the odds, so I'm more prima donna. I watched my grandma die in the house and I bought. I'm living my truth. That really does speak a lot, because he just dealt with like a bunch of traumatic experiences, like the way that he's living with his mother, and then you find out like your other part of your family died with you, and you're just dealing with all this like trouble over because your family member, someone that you love, is just doing these things while you don't even know about, and it's just like it's sad. And more into it, it says I hit rock bottom when I was gone, and now I got nothing to lose. I keep both scars. I feel new pain, and I don't even do tattoos. That boy, he got me tired. He kicking that same old story. So because of that, we have it also goes back with the Melodic Blue album with the song Scars, and it really does. He says like, like he doesn't need tattoos to explain how much trauma he has. Like how most people when they have trauma they remind themselves where they came from, and it was written. These tattoos are like written behind, on their bodies and everything, and that just speaks a lot. And scars are enough. Even mental scars are enough to like know and deal like you've been dealt with and everything, and that's just the type of shit that Baby Keem had to go through. And on the song No Blame, we have Keem talking about like he wasn't really blaming his mom for all the trauma that caused and everything, but then he kind of like understood like why she is the way she is and everything. And so we just have I don't blame you, mama. You was walking the streets alone. You couldn't shake the trauma of Chicago streets. The shit you've been on weighing on your conscience. I cry and blame myself for all the shit I fell upon us, but I don't blame you and grandma fighting for me. CPS is at the door. We just have that. It just keeps going and going and going, and it's just so. It's really, and it's in the production with it. It really does show like it does give me the feels and everything, and it like we can just go on with all these lyrics and everything, and it's just like, yeah, I really appreciate the lyricism that Baby Keem have with this album and everything. Now, would I say he's lyrically insane? Not really, but he's getting there, guys. He's really is getting there. So the best part about the album, of course, I would say it would have to be the production. So we're just gonna leave this on the production. So the people that are producing it is Argos, Baby Keem himself, Beach Noise. So there's a lot of elements and aspects I do love about it. He actually made sure that the theme here is really casino-ish, but I do love the fact that how it has some video game noises, some trap, and some dark type beats, scenarios, and I think one of my favorites production is definitely gonna be Circus Circus Freestyle. You hear the trumpets in the beginning, you hear the transitionings, and it's just going on and on and on. And Casino does sound like you are in the casino, and like it just reminds me of like when I mean by video game sounds, I felt like he put some pixelated stuff on them, and it just sounds phenomenal, really phenomenal. I love the production. That's literally the best part. I feel like Baby Keem is one of those rappers that really chooses his beats wisely and just chooses what to rap on with them, and it goes really well. Now what we have is the features. Of course, we have Kendrick Lamar, Momo Boyd, Too Short, Jay Ikru, and believe it or not, it's not really a feature, but it's more like what you call it, an ad-lib. But Denzel Curry's in the ad-lib in House Money, and I thought it was pretty cool that Denzel Curry actually did help out with this sort of role. If it wasn't for Denzel Curry, we would not have Baby Keem doing this album, and it does show it all. Like, Baby Keem was out at one point, doesn't want to do this anymore, and somehow Denzel Curry just try to get him to do more music, and that's really great. I like how much Denzel Curry kind of helps out with his career for a bit, and that's just real homie moves right there. You should go good on Denzel. Now here's what I say would be the worst feature. Now he's not really bad per se, but on the song Flirts, Kendrick Lamar's pretty too goofy on this. I'm guessing he wasn't really trying, but I don't know. I have to say that Baby Keem has a better part, and that's just kind of disappointed. But like I said, I think he's just fucking around, and he's just left the spotlight on Baby Keem. So but in House Money though, I do like the hook on the House Money that he does. I smell something. That hook is still in my head for whatever reason. So it's is really good. And so what we have here is Too Short. I think his performance is, he has to do whatever he has to do. It's alright, I guess. And we have Che Ekru, the R&B samples and everything. I thought she did pretty alright. It goes well with the whole R&B aspects and everything, but nothing really too over the top. But yeah, definitely. That's just really about it with that. Now for the replay values, I would say House Money is definitely on there. I can't, think of who would not play House Money. Casino was definitely a great one too. I Am Not a Lyricist. I could play that sometimes, but it's just I still love the music. Circus Freestyle, I'm definitely going back to that one. I just love, like I said, the production is insane, and his raps is he just keeps going on and on. And No Blame, that's definitely like a good one. And yeah, so other than that, throughout this whole album, I would say it's definitely 8 out of 10 experience. Would I say it's the best from this year? Probably not. I have this one album in mind that I would say is the best for this year, but now would I say this is the best for Gen Z that's ever had? Maybe. Maybe from a new artist perspective and everything that keeps quality over quantitative in their for their album. Yeah, I would say it's definitely one of those. Definitely 8 out of 10. So if you like reviews like this, hit subscribe and a like, and comment down below if you love or you hate the album. And yeah, that will be it. So I'll see you guys in the next review.